Screwsheds Gabby here. Hello, folks. Today is my Thursday that I do my banking, and I'm already back. Had a great lunch at Jason's Deli. But I didn't come back with my $50 today. They didn't come in. She said she's pretty sure they'll be in tomorrow. I did go cash in a bunch of coins, but I didn't bring any home. But yesterday, I got a call and I got a bag of dimes, and so I'm going to do some dimes today instead of $50. Let's get set up here and get it going. Well, I think I'm about ready set up to get started. I've got the machine plugged in. I've got my host clad dime in place, my bucket set up. The dimes I use to put down in the buckets to just kind of hold them steady, and my silver dime that I'll run the first test with. And we will see if it's all ready to go. I'll get these BBs put in there and run my first test, and we'll see if we're ready. Let's turn it on and see if the silver goes to the right. Hopefully that's the silver. I believe it is. That was the silver, and we're ready to rumble, or should I say tumble. The very first batch in that one right there looks silver. Let me get that up. 3 coins went into this side. Let me get them up and see what we got. It deceived me. It was not silver. False alarm. I just emptied out my first bucket of clad, and I ran another test, and everything was good. But I saw something in my clad for the first time ever, and it's a very worn silver. I believe that might say S. Yep. 1940 San Francisco. And so, man, I stopped. I went and got a whole bunch of my more of my silver dimes, and I ran them all through. Every one of them came through on the silver side, and I'd run this one again, clad. Running more on the silver side. They all did great. Ran this one through, clad. I don't know what it is about this one. I've gotten older ones. I have gotten, mercury dimes all on my silver side. For some reason, this guy is slipping through. I've ran so many tests. Does that leave it open to think that maybe I've lost another one? Yeah, I guess it does. I wouldn't say more than 1 or 2, I wouldn't think, because I have ran so many tests with varying ages and varying wornness. And the silver has always come through, but I'm a little disappointed because for the first time, and I'm glad I caught it. I just happened to see it. And I do watch, and I sit here when I'm running this machine, and I'm watching all the coins going over to the clad side, and many times I'll grab and pick one up just to make sure, and they've always been clad. But this time, a silver one got through, and I keep putting it back in, and it just keeps going through for some reason. I don't know why. But that'll make me watch even closer now, I suspect. I also got a penny, and it did go to the right side. I wouldn't have cared if it didn't. So we do have 1 silver. I'm not skunked. I'm probably in the neighborhood of 1/4 of the way done with the bag. Well, I'm about halfway through, guys. I think I finally have silver dime number 2 here. 1952. Yay, Denver. Well, I was glad to see that. I have run several tests. Plus, I've had a jam or 2 I've had to undo. And every time I get the silver on that side. So there's just something about that coin that I don't know what it is, though. But we do have 2. Oh, I forgot to bring it. I found another penny, too. Now, this is more like it. I ran 2 more batches through, and I came up with 2 more silvers. A 1954 and a 1963. The 54 is a Philly, and the 63 is a Denver. Well, that's not too bad. We got 4 silvers and 2 pennies. So maybe I'll even get one. I'm getting down to the last 4th, I'd say. So this is getting back to like the normal stuff, probably. But let's see if we do find another one yet. Every now and then, I need to clean this up. It gets yucky. I have to clean it up several times. But they'll start coming through the hopper, down the chute, and like two at a time. There's two in there right next to each other right now. Two will try to go at the same time, and it'll clog right there. And I just use my tweezers, and I pull them out, and I check them out, make sure that they're clad, and I throw them in the bucket. But I just pulled two out toward the top because several of them stacked up before I could turn it off. And one of them was a 62 that I just pulled out of this chute right here. So you got to always check them all, that's for sure. That puts me at 5. This is the culprit that was getting them clogged up that time. I ran a few more batches through and no more silver yet, but this one caught my eye. I pulled it out. I pull a lot of coins out of the clad sack because if I see something like, did it miss that one? I pull a lot of coins out and just look at them. But this one looks copper, like it ain't got the coating on it. It looks more like the copper penny than the dime. I don't know what the deal is. It just caught my eye, but it looks very, very copper. Well, here we are at the 2025 Silver Finds box. Just ended up with the 5 today. And, back in the days when I was getting the bags ever so often, I was getting between 4 and 11. And so 5 is not that far off. I was very fortunate to get the one that was from 1940. Just happened to catch it. And you guys, you'd be surprised. While those coins are going down there, I'm watching them. And I am sticking my hand down in there and grabbing one just left and right, just to make sure, because sometimes one will catch your eye and you don't know. But I didn't find any other. I ran several tests. And every other coin came out, every other silver coin came out on the right side, on the silver side. So I ran this one multiple times, and every single time it just ran through. So I don't know what it is about that guy, but he is an anomaly. Anyway, I did get him. I hope I didn't lose any others. That puts me at 325 silver coins for this year. That's quite amazing in my book. And they said they think they'll have another bag for me in a day or two. It was almost full, and I said, well, I might just come back and bring a few dimes, because I was going to be out near that way anyway, and just fill it up and bring it on home. She says, no, that's fine, do it. And so I took some other bags of coins to other banks, and I left one bag, and I got to that bank, and I looked in, it's like, oh, I messed up. All that was in that bag was $50. So I said, I'll just wait till you call me in a day or two. And she said, no problem. She says, I'm going to call you. I said, well, I appreciate it. So 5 dimes today, back to kind of normal. 325 on the year. We're nearing the end of the year. In the early in January, we're going to go through this, and I'll show you everything that I got. We'll kind of figure up all the different silver, the dimes and the few quarters and the nickels and the halves, and we'll try to figure up exactly how many ounces of silver it all comes to for the year 2025. And then we'll start over for 2026. I just keep thinking it's going to happen. I'm going to start getting less. And that's why I think the year before I had said 200, and I beat that. I got that. And this year I said, I better not go too high. I'll just go 150. I'll probably do that again for 2026, because I just know that unless I just get really lucky like I did the end of this year, the dimes is what did it for me this year. I would have had about 150 if it wasn't for the dimes. So the dimes made all the difference. We might shoot for 200 if I keep getting the dimes. Maybe. We'll see. We'll talk about it in the first of the year. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.